Welcome back to another episode of Quarter Horse Customs. In this episode, we are going to finally take our drag and drive camper and make it livable. I am in the middle of a remodel, 4 weeks before drag week. I don't plan very well. Okay, reason being, I like that light, but I'm tired of running the inverter because that thing just has a drinking problem. It kills the battery like that, and now we're charging batteries. So I had another solution, was put camper lights in and run off a drill battery because I take plenty of those. Another thing I want to change is storage. I used to have a shelf here where I'm sitting, and it took up a lot of room, couldn't do much, and then when we were on sick week, we found out that it was raining, and we needed somewhere to stay, and we didn't want to set the tent up because it was late, because we got late to everywhere we went. Had to set the tent up. So plan is we can take the tent, but we can have this as a backup plan, or in case we just want to. I'm going to build a loft bed in here that extends out to where I'm sitting now in the door area. And I'm going to store my T5s underneath, above the axles, not back there again, because back there was way too heavy. Under the axles, store stuff underneath the bed. And then if we ever have one of those situations where we break down, get to Bradenton at 3 a.m., we generally don't give a crap, or need to take a nap, we have a trailer ready to go, we slide the bed out, and we can take a nap. It's hot in here. Alright, here's the idea. So here's where this is at. I got some 2x3s. We're basically going to put them in here like this. I'm going to build a platform. I'm going to go get all the wood cut for everything, and we're going to put this in. And then, after that's done, I have something that we meant to do that we never did, just to spruce it up in here just a little bit more. I'm going to get out of here and show you what that is because it's hot. So, I went to Menards and I picked these guys up, Scratch and Dent Special. And I'm going to put some paneling on the inside to kind of spruce up the inside and give it kind of more of a finished look, since we're still using the camper for the third drag and drive now, second year in a row. Kind of the baseline idea I have going on. I got some 2x10s only because the 1x10s were double the price for the same amount of footage, so it is a little wider, but it also gives me a chance to screw into this. Step two is I'm going to stack a 2x3 on top, and that's going to be 9 1/4 plus 1 1/2, and that'll give me 10 3/4 inches. So I should be able to fit a T5 right here. And then I'm going to make it so that way this inner piece of the bed, so half of this, is going to be screwed down to a board that stays here permanently. And then this whole board's going to be removable, and this whole board's going to be removable, so I can get down to the T5s on both sides. Hopefully we don't need to, but if I got to, I can. And then we'll have a 2x6 running across the front here, like this. That'll support the rest of the board. And then I'm going to leave half of this open. That way when I come up with my slider, it can slide out and I can lay the board down and it'll hook in to what's already there. And then I'll make some front covers for each side. And then again, we'll have the 2x3 sticking out this way, and that'll be how we support the board on this side. And then I'll do 1xs to support the 2x3 down all the way across. Okay, now that I'm actually looking at this, it might actually work. I'm probably not going to put the pack outs in here like this because they are big, but they do fit, and the griddle fits. That's definitely going to be down here. And then I'm going to have room in the back, like I can stick my spare clutch back there, gaskets and stuff. And I'll make a little hatch in the middle there that opens up, or something that I can get back there. So that way I can get back to that backboard. And then for that back, I'm going to support it with angle iron. If you remember, we had the T5s going across here, like this. That angle iron supported 3 T5s, so I'm going to put angle iron across the back. That way I don't have to have the wood back there. And most of our body weight's going to be on this anyway. So I think we're going to be okay, strength-wise. And then I'm going to use some angle iron to come out this way and support for, like, I mean, I can't fit there. But if this works like I think it'll work, it should maybe possibly work. It's going to be a little tight, you know, chairs can just get thrown on top. K-stacks will be able to sit here until we're parked. Then they can go into the trailer or in the car. Those things, K-stacks. Whew. Okay. I'm going to start cutting these guys up to fit in here. I gotta measure there, and 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 there. And stop somewhere in here. Put in a 2x2 here. And then we gotta eventually add some fronting strips in the corners for when I do the paneling. I'm not gonna panel all the way down just because, well, if I stop here, that saves me more paneling, which means less paneling means less paneling. Alrighty, so this is kind of what we got going on in here. These are going to be my side supports all the way down. We'll do it across the back, all the way down this side. And then this is 11 inches. A T5 should in theory fit in here. I'm about to go get one, and I'm going to try to lay it down in here and pull it out and see if I need to move these boards. If I need to, I could always shift these guys this way a little bit and screw them down. There'll still be plenty of support. And then a T5 will lay in here, and I'll have the same on this side, and I'll have the whole back for storage as well. So let's go see if we can get a T5 to fit down in here with these in the middle like we initially planned, or if we got to kind of countersink them like this. Hoping we can get away with this, but this is I'm gonna say 10 inches. Might be a little tight. Okay, genius idea. Hollow T5. Will it fit? Because if it fits, it ships. It will. Nope. Too tight. So I'm going to have to slide these guys over. Well, essentially it's going to be like this. Can I fit it in now? Very tightly. That little fit standing straight up. This will be the idea. Probably flip it the other way, so most of the gear weight is here in front of the axle. This is kind of the idea. It's going to be very tight, but we're limited on room as it is. So if this can work, it should save. This will help with the weight distribution, and I'll be able to have a bed without moving these every night. And I really don't want to leave these sit outside because that'd be bad. And if I don't need them, I don't have to touch them. If I do need them, I have them. So I'm going to go ahead and start scribing all along here so I can drill holes from the outside to screw these on. I'm going to screw them and glue them. Screw these into the sides and glue them. These are going to be the supports, so when I'm laying my board on here, it's going to lay and push down on these guys. And then this piece is going to be one solid piece that goes in between here. I'm probably just going to make this one piece, and I'll probably just make the whole back removable. That way I can get crap back there too. Just junk that I hope I never need, like a clutch. I think this is going to work out pretty well. It's looking pretty good, and then we'll do paneling from here up. And then, like I said, we got to redo the electrical. Right there is going to have to be redone a little bit. Probably going to notch out like I did that. Get that wire up a little higher so I can put the paneling there. Back there should be okay. I'll put a furning strip in here and put the panel against. I'll just paint the wires because I want most of the wires accessible. And then this is going to go out. I love this, but this is just a power hog. So I'm still going to keep the whole light switch set up, but I have a base for this, for a battery that actually runs the battery, and I'll just run 12 volt lights with a switch. So that way everything can run off the battery and it's not actually going to kill it. Now here's kind of my idea for the extension. So think about putting the angle iron and notching out the 2x1 so we can slide in here. That way when I need the spacer out, we can just slide it out and then we can slide it back in, but we'll have to slide it out in order to get a T5 out because it's going to restrict space, which is kind of a win-lose. But if I make it so it can only come out so far, then it'll be fine, because if it can support our weight, it'll support me being able to get the T5 out, because I can always sit up there, slide this out, get the T5 out. But I'm thinking that's going to be the best method to support this extension section. That way I don't have to keep an extra tray that has to lay in here and come out or just set in. If I can just build it all into it, then that should be the best solution, I think. I'm sitting here thinking about where I screwed up, because it's just not looking right. Like, my plans are all in here except for my one design. where did I screw up? Because this doesn't look right. It shouldn't be above there, it should be flush. And I'm looking, I'm like, where did I screw up? So I'm like, okay, well this sits here, so this should sit flush with, oh. These are 1.5 inches too tall. That's why I didn't screw them in yet. I gotta cut all these 1.5 inches lower, that way this sits flush across. That can sit down on top of this and get squished and be my main support to go sideways. Then I can lay these boards all the way down, across, and then I can make this part solid, that part solid, that part solid, removable, removable, removable. That way this can be accessed here, that whole back area can be accessed by a middle flap, and the T5s can be accessed by here. Okay, that sounds like tomorrow's project because it is super hot. I am sweating my off, and, well, it's hot and I'm sweating, so I'm just going to do it tomorrow because now I'm annoyed because everything has to be pulled out of here. The things that you normally don't see. I screwed up. At least we caught it though. Alrighty, we're back. Equally as hot. I'm just sweating. I just came back from inside. Progress has been made. We have the outside railings done and the inside supports are screwed on. I think I've developed how I'm going to do my rails. The outsides are on, they're secured, screwed from the outside, supported by these on the lowers. The inner rails, this is where the T5s are going to sit. And then I think I'm going to put this guy like this. He's notched out here. I'll show you why in a minute. So this guy will be like that. And then we'll be able to put a blockade piece in here and kind of finish this off. I mean, it ain't going to be perfect apparently, but can we get close enough-ish? So that'll be like that, except this is going to be cut here. This part will be open. We'll block off this side. And then I cut up an old bed frame, and this angle iron will slide in here like this. Here, I'll screw this piece down and I'll show you. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. So this guy is going to be in here, right? I'm going to put something right here, probably a 2x3. But metal rail, right? We'll slide it back when we're not using it. So it's got those stoppers on there still. Oh, right here. Alright, let me flip it. Hang on. So we'll slide it back when we're not using it. Okay? And then we'll slide it out across the gap, and we'll have feet here to support it down here, and then it'll be supported by this board here. And then I might be able to add some more in along here somewhere. Not quite sure about that if I need it. Maybe I'll just make an extra brace that hooks in here and goes across the middle. That should suffice. This angle iron should hold it. It's only going to be for if we have to jump out while we're sleeping, because we can always just fold it back up and get out of bed. Or, you know, if I get woken up in the middle of the night. But I shouldn't. Next step. We're going to take 2x3s on those center boards and go sideways. That way the T5 can fit in the one side, T5 can fit in the other side, and then we'll do a support board across the back, an angular iron across the back, and we should be mostly supported. Then we just got to work on the front piece, and then put the paneling in, and then put the boards down, and then find a mattress that doesn't fit, and paint and paneling. Great. All of the base is complete. Like I said, that's going to be sealed, that's going to be sealed, and this is going to be sealed. Obviously you can get through here. And that middle is going to lift up to get into that section, and these sideboards are going to lift up to get into the T5 sections. Got a piece of paneling in the back, getting this one made up, got a rough cut hole we're going to trim around perfectly for the window. I picked up some trim from Menards. Got to do the same on this side, get that tacked up. And once that's in, then I can start working on this, whatever the heck's going on here on this wall. And then we can finish up on making the slider, and then make our boards to go down on top of here. Okay, let's go get this nailed up. Swear to God, they use the tiniest screws for paneling. Was going to use the nail gun, but I guess they make paneling nails specifically for paneling. I guess since I'm paneling, I should use the paneling style nails. I don't know. I'm so gonna drop this box of nails and have nails up my ass all through drag week. Alright, I'm gonna save you the painstaking of watching this. I'll bring it back when I come to trim the hole. This section of wall's in. I got the trimmed around the window. This is what it looked like before. Just really rough cut. But with the oscillating saw here with this funky blade, I slide it in here and I just travel right along and travel up. And it's looking pretty good. We have some trim we're going to end up putting around this edge eventually and trim for that corner. But this thing's coming along. I'm just still not looking forward to this, but this is something we've always wanted to do. We know it's not insulated, which we could have, but I want to save my insulation I have for my next camper. Have a dead air barrier should help a little bit, but I mean, it's coming out pretty nice. Alrighty, this is where I'm at for the night. Got this paneling in, that paneling in, that paneling in, and this paneling in. I just got to do right here around the door on the other side, and hopefully have enough to do that. And then I got to put in some trim. Alright, we got some big changes going on. As you see, we have windows, we have back paneling, we have side paneling with a window. We've even got front quarter paneling, front paneling, front quarter paneling. We got this paneling in. I've got my new light switch location cut out. Only thing I screwed up on is I ain't got no way to get the wires through here, so probably gonna end up drilling a hole here to run these wires in, and we'll just have to run it up to wherever I put the lights, because this light is coming out, and I'm gonna put those lights in, run them off a drill battery, and we're gonna put our light switch here. I even got our boards down here, and they're actually pretty sturdy. This one might actually need a support board in the middle. We got the door hole cut out. I put some of this clear trim so we don't keep hitting it. I still got to trim out the windows, and then I finally have to start on the slider. But this is my plan, is for when the next board that'll come across here. When it comes across, it'll sit like that. You see? Yeah, that ought to work. So that's the plan. Now I got to execute the plan. Major progress. We have our boards down. Had to go up in size, a little thicker. Paneling's looking really good. Oh, Tyler's invading. So we'll have our T5 hole, nice and roomy. And then that can lay back down. I've also made our slider. So this will slide out till here. And that will be the support. Then I can lay in this board. And now we have a full queen size mattress. Also done something else. Ellie, would you like to turn the switch off? The old light is off. We've got the new lights up in. Ellie, turn on the switch. Push it. Whoa. Some bright new lights. And then what I like about these is I can shut off half of them.
I like that too.
And leave them on. Here's our light switch now. Ran off a drill battery. That way we don't have to worry about charging the big battery. The big battery that will go up here, we'll just run the power inverter. And then we'll have plenty of power left to run these. And I can get rid of this big old honking thing. I'm just going to go ahead and climb in.
Put a little handle in here or something.
I am just going to lay down. Is it comfortable?
As much as it can be on plywood.
And she fits. And then we have plenty of room for storage underneath still, so we can leave totes or something down here. And we'll still have our center cut out. Our T5s will be hidden. We won't have to worry about moving them. And the toolbox will still fit right here. You want to go in there? Turn the light off. Good night. See you tomorrow. Push up here. There you go.
Whoa.
What do you think? Are we approved?
I approve. Oh, put the toolbox back in, huh?
Heavy. She's heavy.
Very heavy.
Whew. Perfect. Look at how good that looks. And then slide our bed out up against the toolbox.
Guess
But
what?
wait,
Toolbox ain't going nowhere.
there's more. Conveniently big enough to store oil up here. And transmission fluid. Put a paper towel holder here.
Yes, we should.
Or we can put it up here. They have room for so many activities now. And besides painting, we're almost done. And trim. Paint and trim. And then we'll be done.
And we have 27 days till drag week.
Perfect. So at least the camper's mostly done.
Yeah.
These new lights are warm.
I like them. Okay, ready? On. Nighttime. No daytime. Daytime!
Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow when we do the trim. We'll trim this corner, back corners. Then we should be done. Then we gotta go test it. Oh, no, we gotta make T5 mounts.
Yes. Add to the list.
It's been a couple days. I've made some adjustments. We have our toolbox thrown in here, starting to pack things up. I threw in a shelf over here. Got my oil and stuff down here. Transmission fluid. Some stackable stuff. Oh, and there's also this. We have lights. Threw in a old snap-on toolbox thing, painted it up. We have some extra sealant, tire foam, maybe some brake clean will go up there. Here's that little shelf again. Threw a shelf up in the back. I got our consumables for bath, and then we have some cereal thrown up there. Lights here, lights here. And then I went ahead and threw in a 12-volt plug. I'm going to throw another one of these back here. We still have our power inverter left where it was. I have the solar panel mounted on the other side of this. I'm probably going to run a hole behind it and run in so it can straight solar charge off of that. Because less power we use, the better. Of course, fire extinguisher, because I know the guy who wired this, so definitely need this. And there's one more thing. Plan, right? We get to the track. It's 3 a.m. We're ready to go to sleep. Instead of having to take the tent out, set everything up, get a crap out of the way, all we have to do is remove the stackers and the cooler, and then pull the bed out, slide the board down. So now our bed's extended. And then grab our custom shrunk mattress topper, pat it down. I made it a little bit bigger than the bed, that way it's comfortable. And then we can just fit in here. And honestly, I sleep on my side, so there's plenty of room for the wife and daughter still. And it's really not that bad. I mean, you're talking about drag week. It's already going to be uncomfortable. We might get one day at a hotel. Our plan is mainly the camper or tent. I mean, we got washable stuff up here, take showers and whatnot. Love's showers are awesome. We can turn the lights off from here or from the switch down there. And once I put a power plug up here, you know, the wife can just take her phone and just set it up on the shelf. And all this stuff was built with crap we had. I mean, the paneling, got it on clearance. Shelf was actually on clearance at Runnings. The lights are out of a little pop-up camper. Power inverter was what we had for the Christmas light truck. I mean, the wood in the bottom, I want to say maybe $100 in that, just because I have quite a bit of over structuralizing. So we probably have $150 into the upgrade, maybe $170 into the renovation. But I mean, it looks a lot nicer, and I am so excited to try this thing out. Got to get the car finished, get it running, break in the clutch, then I can go put this behind it, and then we can hit up at Hot Rod Drag Week. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and take a nap. I'll see you guys tomorrow when you get the car done. See you guys later.